was Britain's wedding of the year. Pippa Middleton walked down the aisle today, marrying millionaire hedge fund manager James Matthews.
Pippa shocked everyone with news that turns everything upside down about her and her sister Kate. Remember when she turned heads at Kate's 2011 wedding? She's mostly stayed out of the limelight since then, but now she's dropped a bombshell that's got everyone buzzing, casting a shadow over her quiet life. What could this mean for Kate? Let's uncover the startling truth behind these revelations. A sister's silent strength. Back in 2011, she gained a lot of attention by helping with her sister's wedding dress train. Even with all the media focus, she has managed to keep much of her life private while still being considerate of her fans' curiosity. Now, as secrets from the past emerge, she faces a choice: reveal the truth or risk losing it all.
I heard reports that Princess Catherine is considering giving her sister an official role when she becomes queen.
Now, this once reserved figure has come forward with some surprising details that add a new twist to what people think they know about her. Pippa became famous quickly, but she has always kept a low profile. She is often seen in public but rarely speaks out, maintaining a calm and collected image. In 2017, Pippa married James Matthews, joining another well-known British family and further solidifying her social status. Before she became famous due to the royal wedding, she lived a quiet life in the English countryside. She was involved in her family's business, Party Pieces, where she learned the ins and outs of event planning. Her love for sports also showed in her active participation in marathons and triathlons. But that wasn't the most surprising part. Despite her rise to fame, she managed to stay grounded, handling the challenges of the spotlight with both caution and grace. After her marriage, she demonstrated her knowledge of event planning by writing a book on the subject. Even though she didn't make many public appearances, when she did, she always appeared with a natural charm and elegance. With these recent revelations, Pippa has added new, intriguing details to the story of her life, reflecting her growth and her unbreakable connection to her sister. Through all the ups and downs of their sudden fame, the sisters often find themselves at events where their families and the whole community come together. It's no secret that they have a close bond, always supporting each other through tough times. They have stayed strong, both under the constant gaze of the public and while dealing with their own personal challenges.
The Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, revealing that she has been diagnosed with cancer and is undergoing chemotherapy.
When people first heard about her sister's health problems, it was clear that Pippa was by her side, offering her steady support in a time of uncertainty. It felt like this support was a quiet sign that bigger problems were just around the corner. Things took a turn when she, known for always being present and active in the public eye, started to miss important events as the new year drew near. Her frequent absences led to many rumors. At first, the royal family said she was just tired or dealing with minor health issues. But she, who was often seen at charity events, official gatherings, and family outings, was now rarely in the spotlight. This caught the attention of both the media and the public. Even though the royal family kept saying there was nothing serious going on, people were still worried about her health. Her last appearance was on December 25th, and after that, no one seemed to know where she was, fueling even more speculation. Rumors ranged from simple stress and fatigue to more serious health problems. Many people found it hard to accept these worrying reports since she had always seemed so healthy and energetic. But the worst fears of many were confirmed when it was announced that she had been admitted to the hospital and was scheduled for stomach surgery on January 16th. This news caused a lot of concern and curiosity among the public. The royal family continued to reassure everyone, saying her condition was minor and that she would be back to normal by the end of January after being discharged. Just when things seemed calm, new troubles were starting. A duchess's hidden battle. When Prince William showed up alone at the BAFTA Awards on February 18th, people began to wonder where she was, especially after her recent stomach surgery. These questions quickly turned into a media frenzy as the days went by. Even though she was recovering, her continued absence from public events only fueled more speculation. Some insiders suggested that the Duchess was feeling extremely tired and stressed due to her royal responsibilities.
Royal wedding was just about 5 months ago now, and what was your lasting memory of that special day? Was it the kiss on the balcony, or perhaps it was the backside of the maid of honor?
Others went further, hinting at more serious and undisclosed medical problems linked to her recent surgery. The palace stayed completely silent on the matter, which only made things worse. The lack of clear information led to more rumors and growing public worry. By the middle of February, these stories seemed to take on a life of their own. Each time Prince William appeared at an event alone, people grew more concerned, and every detail of his appearances was closely examined. Fans who were used to seeing her regularly and admired her commitment to her duties were desperate for any news to ease their worries. But that wasn't the worst part. The tension continued to build as public concern and media coverage reached a fever pitch. Finally, the truth came out. Not long after, she herself spoke up, addressing everyone's concerns directly. Shortly after her statement, her sister Pippa stepped forward to share what had really been happening behind the scenes. As this story unfolded, it became clear how hard it was for the royal family to keep their private matters out of the spotlight, showing just how tricky it is to balance public life with personal health issues. She, known for her grace and energy, faced a tough health challenge. In March, she decided to put an end to all the rumors by sharing her struggles in a very honest video.
The Princess of Wales releasing a video a short time ago sharing she is being treated for cancer.
In the video, she revealed that she was battling cancer, and news of her illness quickly spread across the internet. After her announcement, she went through many medical treatments while trying to keep things as private as possible. She also had to undergo another major surgery in March, according to people close to her. Being a public figure and fulfilling her royal duties became incredibly difficult for her as she fought this illness at the age of 42. The royal family worked hard to keep the seriousness of Kate's condition a secret, in line with their tradition of carefully managing public appearances. However, she herself remained mostly quiet about her health. It wasn't until June 15th that she made a surprising return to the public eye, dressed in an elegant white outfit. This was her first appearance in a long time, and many noticed her hair looked darker and less shiny. This led to talk that she might be hiding hair loss, a common side effect of chemotherapy. But that wasn't the biggest surprise. Stylist Anita Ruiz later confirmed that she was wearing a wig and had spent more than 2 hours getting her hair and makeup just right for the event. This was part of a carefully planned effort to appear as normal as possible, with only a few public outings and carefully managed photo opportunities. The decision to keep her health problems under wraps seemed to come from a wish to give her some personal space and protect her from constant media attention, which is hard to avoid when living such a public life. Her sister, Pippa Middleton, also stepped in to support her, showing the close family bond they share. The truth was worse than anyone guessed. Pippa's private battle.
We have a very normal sisterly relationship. We're very close, and we support each other and get each other's opinions and things.
Her sister has recently shared some troubling news about her health, hinting that things might be worse than anyone thought. Just as people were starting to understand how serious her cancer is, her sister Pippa Middleton opened up to close friends about the real struggles she has been going through since her surgery. Those who know the situation well say it's been much tougher than what the public has seen. Despite the royal family's efforts to keep everything looking normal and under control, her health problems have taken a big toll on her, both physically and emotionally. Pippa is genuinely worried about her sister's well-being.
Months ago, Pippa Middleton was London's best-kept secret. Well, that all changed on April 29th when cameras got hold of the backside of a stunning maid of honor carrying a future queen's train.
This new information has made everyone realize that things are indeed more serious than they seem. As news of her challenges spread, she became a symbol of courage and strength. Her fight against the illness, much harder than anyone expected, has touched the hearts of many. People from all over the world have responded, sharing their own stories of struggle and recovery. This shows just how much her fight has impacted everyone. Pippa's revelations have given the public a rare look into the private challenges the Middleton family faces, highlighting how even those in the spotlight have personal battles that are often hidden from view. The surge of interest from the media has led to detailed coverage of every step of her journey toward recovery. As more details come out, it becomes clear that the battle is far from over. Her story is about more than just her health. It's about resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Her declining health and the efforts to help her recover were covered widely in the news. This constant coverage did more than just keep people updated. It created a sense of togetherness, turning concern into shared support. As she bravely battled her illness, with her family's strong and constant care, the public's sympathy grew even deeper. Her journey became a powerful symbol of hope and determination, reminding everyone that even the strongest people face tough times. And often, it's the love and support of those closest to us that help us pull through. As she began to show signs of getting better, people's interest in her situation remained high. At the same time, Pippa Middleton chose the lovely island of St. Bart's for a much-needed vacation. Even though she was still followed by the media, it was Pippa's relaxed and spontaneous behavior that really caught their attention. Her vacation became more than just a simple break. It turned into a signal of hope. Pictures of her enjoying sunny beaches filled the newspapers. But what really stood out was her calm and cheerful attitude, suggesting she felt relieved and confident after months of worry. People reacted very positively to this, taking it as a good sign for her health. Pippa had been closely involved in caring for her, so the fact that she felt she could step away seemed to mean things were looking up. The media was quick to suggest that Pippa's ability to take a break was a strong sign that she was on the mend. To many, Pippa's vacation wasn't just an escape from the media spotlight. It seemed like a clear hint that she was getting better. Choosing St. Bart's showed a real need to relax and recharge, pointing to a desire to find some calm after a long period of stress. Behind the scenes, the Middleton family became closer and stronger than ever. They had faced tough times with grace and were now seeing better days. This change wasn't just a personal win, but also a source of inspiration for many people. Things began to look up, but challenges remained. The surprising power of a sunny escape. Pippa's trip to beautiful beaches and fancy resorts got a lot of attention from newspapers and TV. Wherever she went, whether she was trying out water sports, eating at high-end restaurants, or relaxing on the sand, cameras were there to capture it all. The headlines celebrated her travels as a positive sign of her sister's recovery, with every photo examined for hints that she was doing better. This wave of good news in the media matched how the public felt. Many people showed their happiness on social media, excited by the hopeful news about her health. Social media was buzzing with cheerful comments, turning the holiday season into a symbol of hope. People everywhere shared their best wishes and prayers, hoping she would keep getting stronger. But this wasn't the whole story. This shift was a big moment for a story that had once been filled with worry. Pippa's decision to go on vacation was a thoughtful choice by the Middleton family, signaling that she was well enough for life to start feeling normal again. It showed the family's strength and their ability to find happiness even during hard times. When Pippa came back from her trip to St. Bart's, it was easy to see she was feeling happier and more energetic. This wasn't just a coincidence. Research shows that taking vacations can really lift our mood and make us feel better overall. Stepping away from our usual routine and enjoying some downtime can give us a temporary boost in happiness, help us relax, and make us feel more satisfied with life. Taking a break is a great way to escape everyday stress, which can help us feel more creative and productive. For example, when you experience new places and activities, like Pippa did in St. Bart's, it can spark new ideas and inspire creative thinking. On top of that, vacations have been proven to help with mental health by lowering anxiety and depression, making us feel better not just during the trip, but afterward as well. But the benefits don't stop with just feeling better mentally. Vacations can also have a positive impact on our physical health. Being in a calm and peaceful place can help reset our sleep schedules, which in turn boosts our mood and sharpens our thinking. Plus, common vacation activities like swimming or hiking can improve our fitness and support heart health. But here's the catch. These positive effects don't last forever. Usually, they start to fade a few weeks after getting back to regular life. This shows why it's so important to take regular breaks or vacations if you want to keep feeling these benefits. And it's not just about the trip itself. Planning and looking forward to a vacation can lift your spirits even before you set foot on that beach or mountain trail. Pippa's fresh and lively attitude after her vacation is a good reminder for all of us. It highlights how important it is to take breaks for both our mental and physical health, and to recharge our energy for all the things we need to do every day. But this wasn't the end of their journey. As the media continued to watch her, the focus shifted from worry to positivity. The public's view of the Middleton family quietly but clearly changed over the holiday season. The way they handled illness and recovery with calmness and strength showed their resilience. It not only improved their image, but also gave people a look at how much they relied on each other during tough times. With hope rising, the hard times showed their value. A royal journey through recovery. In public, they seemed like an ordinary family.
Right outside the hospital where Kate Middleton checked out just a short bit ago, yellow roses in hand, William by her side.
But as news spread about how they stood strong together and supported each other, more people in the community started to rally around Kate's journey to heal. Now that the full story is out, people from all backgrounds are watching closely as she moves toward recovery, with her loving family beside her every step of the way. Her story has become a clear example of strength and determination. Her recovery plan was carefully put together, including surgery, chemotherapy, and ongoing medical care, with each step chosen to fit her specific needs. Kensington Palace regularly shared updates about her progress, showing a woman who faced her challenges with dignity and did not waver. Even while dealing with her illness, she continued to show the grace and poise she is known for, becoming a symbol of hope and courage for many. People started noticing the daily routines she followed, which showed her strong commitment to getting better. Her recovery plan focused on regular medical checkups to keep track of her health, a healthy diet to keep her body strong, and physical therapy to regain her strength. And most importantly, the steady support from her family played a key role, giving her the love and encouragement she needed on her path to recovery. But that wasn't the end of the story. As the updates kept coming, more people felt connected to her fight and were moved by her courage. Her family's constant presence was a big part of this, showing just how important their support was during such tough times. People could see that her dedication to sticking with her treatment plan, following her doctor's advice, and continuing her physical therapy were all essential parts of her healing. Each update from the palace didn't just inform, it inspired, showing her as a powerful figure, facing her health struggles with great strength, and becoming a role model for overcoming tough situations. Yet this wasn't the hardest part. Through it all, Kate remained focused on her recovery, demonstrating that even in the face of great difficulty, perseverance and family support can make all the difference. And her story continued to unfold, showing just how far determination and love can go when faced with life's biggest challenges. During this challenging period, Pippa and Prince William's support played a crucial role. They were there for her, helping her through the emotional and physical challenges of her treatment. As days turned into weeks, people became more hopeful about her return to public life, although no one knew exactly when that would be. Everyone wished she would slowly begin taking up her duties and continue her charity work and royal commitments. There was a growing sense of optimism as she moved toward a full recovery, which was still ongoing. She handled this time with grace and determination. Her strength lifted the spirits of those close to her and inspired people around the world with her calm courage. Her experience showed just how strong the human spirit can be, even when facing tough challenges. The support from her family and fans created a hopeful outlook for her future, fueled by her resilience and determination to step back into her important roles. Looking back on this journey, which was captured in the documentary, Pippa Middleton's bravery in sharing her sister's struggles made a big impact. It broke down walls and opened up conversations, allowing everyone involved to find support and understanding during this difficult time. What do you think was Pippa's toughest challenge? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to join the conversation.